Okay. So I wanted to share about when I got the vaccine, and I realized my other video is bootleg that I did. I didn't realize I don't really look at the videos after I do them. I just post them to get them off my phone. That's not me. But I'm gonna say this. Whether it's to my default or whatever, I try not to use my narcolepsy when I am like use that as a reason to get some kind of special treatment, especially because people don't understand. Like they don't understand. But I can't be in long lines. I can't be waiting, for no long time. I definitely can't drive in traffic. Like I can't do a lot of different things. But I can do a whole lot of things. So I try to tell my kids, like, don't say you can't. You try, get help, whatever. So, but I'm saying it to say I have different limitations. Like everybody else has their limitations, and I totally respect that. But with narcolepsy, the times, the time or two that I've tried to say something like, oh, well, I really need to get this medication or whatever the case may be. But I really can't stay in this line. Or could you tell me how long this is going to be because I have a sleeping disorder? Yeah, and it's not like people are like, oh, well, that you have something going on. Why don't you, no. They're like, sorry about that or whatever. So anyway, that's fine. I have to manage it. I have to do all the things, and people are going to people. Great. But so I went to go get the vaccine. I have been doing my research. I am considered late with getting it. I still wasn't going to get it. For different reasons, and that's something else. But definitely not until it was FDA approved or and licensed. Because little do people know that it is definitely still in the trial period, which is why it is not licensed and all that. And there's so much that they're still learning about it, which is not a bad thing. It's just that people are putting their hopes in an unfinished product. And anyway, so just to say, I've been researching what's in it. I had a blood issue that I was dealing with. And it wasn't until that was done that I was going to get the vaccine, possibly when, how, where, like all of that I think about, because it's not only my narcolepsy that I have different health issues in other ways. So anyway, I'm being really animated talking with my hands. I guess I feel like I have to, but I don't. So let's go get the vaccine. I was not working then, so I don't know what I was doing earlier that day, but the traffic was really bad going to get it. I do remember that. I was surprised because I had timed how long I was going to be there. I mean, get how long it would take to get there, and it took a lot longer. I literally left maybe 45 minutes before my appointment. It was gonna take 20 minutes for me to get there, and it literally took me 40 minutes. Then I got lost and turned around, and it was traffic. So I'm saying that to set this up to say that all of that counts when it comes to narcolepsy. All of it. If I had been riding a bike before I go somewhere, whatever it could have been. I could have been watching TV. I could have been reading a book. But whatever it is, me having to time getting there, me having to make sure that traffic is not a barrier for for me getting to a destination, I have to consider all of that. How long it could possibly take me to get what I need to get. Could there possibly be a line? Um, is it a safe place where I can take a nap in my car? Taking a nap in my car is very much, sorry, these glasses are either not working with this band or something ain't right. But anyway, um, but yeah, I take a nap in my car all the time. With that, safety is definitely something to consider, right? So, is it a place where I can take a nap in my car? So, going to get the vaccine, done my research. There's a fact sheet online that tells you what, who can take the vaccine, what is in it, tells you that it's not licensed, tells you that it's not FDA approved. Online, very public. So I go to a pharmacy. I did not want to go to a random church, Walmart, nowhere like that. To avoid what happened at a pharmacy, at said pharmacy. I knew. Like I knew. I know people gon' people. I knew. So anyway, I go to the pharmacy with my appointment. I was probably a little late, but they're running behind fine. So the woman says, okay, vaccine. I give her the sheet that I filled out the sheet in the car, literally, because I'm in traffic and we're running late. Fill out the sheet in the car. It asks on there about a blood issue that I actually had. I checked yes. Asked about some allergies that I actually had. Okay, have. Get there. She checks the sheet. She's like, okay, you good. Let me go ahead and get you. Nobody else is there anyway, in terms of for getting the vaccine. And I said, okay, ma'am, I brought some of my, it wasn't just vitamins I was taking, but different supplements. And I was like, I want to make sure that these are okay. She's like, oh, they're fine. Ma'am, you didn't look at them. Then I said, okay, well, on the fact sheet online, it mentioned if you are taking a blood thinner, you may not need to get this particular vaccine. So I was taking a blood builder. I didn't really know the difference, just to be honest. So I'm asking her. She didn't know, but she said, oh, people with diabetes take this. Ma'am, I definitely didn't say I had diabetes. Now, people with diabetes may take blood thinners, and that's fine. But I didn't say I didn't say, ma'am, I have diabetes. Should I take like, I could say that, ma'am. I asked her, ma'am, I want to know, is this particular supplement I'm taking, is this considered a blood thinner? Literally, that's what I'm asking you. Oh, people with diabetes take it all the time. Ma'am, you don't have, how do you follow up? How do you know that they're not lying around dead somewhere? Please inform me. So anyway, I'm like, see, no, ma'am, like, it's not like it's a long line. Like, it's just me. Like, I'm gonna need you to not do this because I'm not that person. Like, my body is valuable. Like, I care about my body, and I don't play that. So then she asked the pharmacist, and he was like, oh no, it's fine. Then I said, okay, well, there was also some questions on there that I checked yes about. She goes back and looks at the sheet. Oh, you're fine. Like, that's when I take issue with the peopling. Like, don't play with me when it comes to putting stuff in my body. You shouldn't play with anybody, any person. But, like, excuse me. Like, ma'am, you don't know. Like, oh, I was so upset. So anyway, that's not even a part about my narcolepsy. That's just my frustration with that. She's giving me the shot. Then she says, okay, you got to wait about 15, 20 minutes so we can observe you. Okay, cool, ma'am. I kind of knew that because I read up on it. She goes to the back, brings down the gate that come, when at the window places, different places of business, they have this, rolling down gate. Okay, that's fine. 25 minutes roll by, still sitting there because I'm supposed to be observed. Mind you, I'm thinking in my mind, my time energy threshold. So I'm like, all right, okay. She'll probably be back in the next 10 minutes. 40 minutes passes by. So can I, can I just leave? Because now at this point, I'm like, well, I'm getting tired. I feel myself kind of like dozing. So now what do I do as a narcoleptic, right? Knowing that there's possible traffic going back because there was plenty coming. So now I'm frustrated and I'm upset because once again, not pulling the narcoleptic card. Nobody was there. She shut the window. No words to be spoken. I mean, whatever, but that's the kind of stuff I'm just like, I can't really afford to indulge in those kind of ways because once again, I can get in my car, doze off, going home, run into a tree, run into somebody, and get killed, somebody else get killed, hurt, whatever. But yeah, anyway, I ended up leaving because I talked to my friend who was a nurse, and I asked her, I said, well, the lady she told me 15, 20 minutes, but she never came back. And I don't really know what to do. And my friend was more so like, because she actually was doing mixtures and administering the vaccine at her hospital. And so she was more so just asking me questions. And she was like, I'll talk to you on the way home if you need me to. Praise God for friends, right? But that's not what you do, man. Like you have no clue how this is affecting my body. I could have fallen out somewhere. I could have been convulsing. Like, get your life. Like I just didn't appreciate that. And that's exactly why I didn't want to go to nobody Bethel AME, First Church of God in Christ, Nazarene, Latter-day Saint place to get a vaccine with 500 to 5,000 people there. I ain't want to do it. Because of that reason, you got people who the church mother just giving the vaccine because she got it. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that was set up for real, for real. So I don't want to knock it. But I know that people in those mass amounts are not trying to really answer your questions and do the work of that. They're doing their work and it's good work. But that type of work that I personally am just not, I'm not just coming up to get in no line like that. Mm-mm. So anyway, just another way that those limitations really do make a difference, and I just don't really play, those kind of games. So I just wanted to share that particular story in my adventures with narcolepsy.